Dearest Animal Rebellion rebel siblings, sisters, brothers, thank you so much for the work that you're doing.
Hi, it's Robin, and I want to say that I support Animal Rebellion.
Massive solidarity with the people at Animal Rebellion and the big campaign, the ambitious campaign that's going on at the moment.
There's a massive problem with animal farming.
Glad to see that you're asking for an assisted transition for the farmers struggling financially in the dairy industry in particular, and as you say, to rewild the land. I came to veganism through the Quaker Peace Testimony.
I'm Simon. I'm here. I just want to express my support, my solidarity, and above all, really, my gratitude to everyone taking part in non-violent direct action with Animal Rebellion.
In blocking dairy production today in the UK, I think it's fantastic to see non-violent action on what we know we need in this country, which is less dairy consumption. The Citizens' Assembly on Climate Change called for a 40% reduction. The people have spoken, and they want a more beautiful future. They want local produce, fairer prices for farmers, and we can bring that about.
I've been a vegan for 37 years, and it's always been my view that animal farming is ridiculous, unnecessary, and as important as the fossil fuel situation. But what I'm impressed about with Animal Rebellion is this part of non-violence that is always understated, which is there's no point going into conflict with people unless you can present them respectfully with a pathway to exiting what you want them to stop doing. And as a farmer myself, I have enormous sympathy with the plight of fellow farmers. And don't get me wrong, they need to get their act together, wake up and realise it's over for dairy farming. And at the same time, tending the land is an essential occupation, and they need to be supported culturally, politically, financially to make the transition, because if we don't, they're screwed as much as anyone else. So it's like there's a load of shit happening, or the alternative is so much shit happening it's beyond description. So you're going for the first one, guys. That's the deal. So yeah, Animal Rebellion, great stuff.
Bringing forward this really important conversation that we need to have about our food systems, our treatment of our kin in the animal kingdom, and the way we want to be in relationship with the land, and the destructive and disgusting impacts of industrial farming. We all know that the farmers suffer in many places as a result of the agricultural system that they are part of, and that we have more in common than that which divides us. So I really support and champion and welcome your actions to create this important discussion, and I think I'm just blown away by your dedication to the full spectrum of social movement operations, which involves going out in dialogue with the people that are most impacted by your actions, that are farmers. And we can change this food system to something that's more rational, that's kinder, that's healthier for us all. And it's important that we have this discussion, so thank you all for doing this work.
As it stands, climate and ecological breakdown is intensifying. Its impacts are being felt across the planet by everyone and everything. It's only going to get worse. It's coming for us all, and no one is coming to save us. We are the solution here. We must take positive action. One of the most obvious and practical ones, which Animal Rebellion is also calling for, is to transition towards plant-based food systems. We must ensure that such transitions are ethical and meaningful, and that we take along with us the workers who are currently in the farming and fishing communities, and we leave no one behind. It really is that simple. We must end the destructive atrocity that the industrialized agricultural industry has become, which kills millions of animals needlessly, which destroys ecosystems, pollutes rivers. We either respect existence or we die. Thank you.
Thank you so much for bringing everyone's attention to certainly specifically the issue of methane emissions. They're rising, it's very terrifying. We're in the midst of climate breakdown, and if we need to curb one gas with urgency, definitely people need to understand what that's about. We also are really in desperate need of having a better conversation in this country about how the way that we treat farmers is a big part of the way that we need to respond to the climate crisis, the way that we pull together across our differences, and the way that we work together across the movement of movements. So big solidarity and respect, and thanks for everything you're doing.